We've done 4 rounds of voting to find out which Loomian Legacy you guys like the most, and the results are in, and it is very clear that you need to stick around to find out what the answers are. Welcome back, everybody, to DeeterPlays. So the Loomian Legacy game is not out yet. It is the 21st of June. We thought it would probably be out by now, but we haven't even gotten an announcement from Llama Train Studio that it's going to be out in a week or something. I heard that they were maybe going to announce it a little bit sooner, but we've seen 6 out of 7 sort of evolutions. We really haven't seen the full evolutions of these starters yet. There's also one that's missing, and also we've done a bunch of voting as well. So we've done actually 4 rounds of voting. We're going to talk about those. We're going to add these numbers together. We're going to give you the order from 1 through 7, which ones you guys say that you're going to be voting for and picking. And I kind of think I know which one I'm going to go for. I think I have it down to kind of 2 of mine for certain reasons, and we're going to talk about those as well. But first, let's take a look at what has been recently released just a couple days ago. The Eaglet evolutions have been teased to us. So this little dude, this little guy right here, doesn't have any wings yet, but for some reason he goes from like standing on all 4s, and it looks like he's standing on his hind legs here at his second evolution, and then he learns how to go back on all 4s for some reason. It doesn't really make any sense why he's on 4s and then he stands up, and then, but either way, his mid evolution looks, looks all right. You can't really see totally what it is, but this guy right here in the back, he looks pretty cool, and he's got wings, so that, I mean, probably guarantees a fly move, right? So he's probably gonna have a fly move going on. And I mean, look at him, he's so cute. I used to think he was pretty ugly, but I think he's starting to kind of grow on me just a little bit, and these evolutions look pretty cool. The evolutions sort of help you like decide a little bit. We've also gotten to take a look at this Feline evolution. So, as the first original look, I think it looks kind of cool there, but second look, all right, not bad. Just looks kind of a bigger version. Now, what's up with this dude? Like, he looks like he's got huge hips, or I don't know, maybe his tail gets even bigger or something, but he's got some sort of staff. Are these guys getting weapons now? Are we gonna get weapons for some of these Loomians, or does he just have this weird thing growing off his arm? I don't know. I think he's got a nasty growth there that we might have to worry about. So I don't know. Feline, we'll show you where he is. Snow Cub. You know what? I'm gonna say, as far as voting goes, the results for the Snow Cub have surprised me more than anything. We're gonna show you why. It's just very surprising. I don't know, maybe if the evolution, like tease came out and made a big difference. It looks like it turns from an ice cream cone into a monkey. Okay, this guy, he's a monkey. He's got his knuckles down here on the floor, and then he turns into this big Goliath thing. So that thing looks pretty awesome, actually. It looks like he's gonna be pretty powerful. He's got horns. He's got horns. I see no signs of horns here. You just look like maybe his eyes like flip up or something. They turn into horns or something. But actually, that Snow Cub looks pretty cool once it's evolved. Otherwise, like something that doesn't look so cool. We've talked about this one, the Weevil. It looks like a catfish, and then it looks like a dragon. I don't know. If the dragon had wings, maybe. We've seen the Vambat as well. Those kind of look interesting. They look just like it gets a little bit bigger each time. And then the Embit. Everyone's seen the Embit. Turns into kind of Rabbit, and then he turns into Big Chungus, who has made some serious life changes. Like the different changes in his life that he would have done otherwise. Otherwise, he turns into Big Chungus in another multiple universe or dimension. And so he's gone into this dimension, and he's super buff. He's like super strong. So he kind of reminds me a little bit of what's going on here with the Snow Cub as well. But we have not yet seen the Dripple evolution. I'm kind of curious. I would really like to see the Dripple, evolution teases, at least, the silhouettes of what the evolutions are going to be. Because who knows? And it's in the front, too. Look at this. I mean, it's leading the pack here in the front of this whole thing. But what's interesting, we've got these two over here, the Vambat. Okay, I'm just saying, we've got that. And then also, there's this 4K poster. If you guys need a background, you can get it from the Loomian, or the Llama Train Studios Twitter page. There's a 4K if you want that for, like, a little background thing. So, the results are what we want to look at. Okay, so let's see what we got here. first Loomian results poll, we had you guys, out of these 5. Now, I could only add 5 out of 7 to the voting, so that's why we had to do a couple different phases, and I thought it'd be interesting as well. So that's why we only did 5 instead of 7. I would have done all 7 if I could have, and probably would have been fewer votes, but it would have been, who knows, I don't know, we'll find out. So the first one was the Mbit won by a lot, as you can see, 74%. The other ones kind of got split. The Eaglet and the Weevil were kind of in the middle. Dripple and Feevine were a little bit lower, so I decided to, switch it out for the next phase. Some people didn't even know what it was, and some people are maybe even theorizing that they were just gonna pick the first choice. I've done some of these little votings and polls before, and it's not always the first choice. Like back here, it wasn't the first choice that actually won on this one, and that was out of 9K votes. It was kind of later on. So I think this is kind of a legit thing. So what we do is I'm taking these numbers, I'm adding them together, and we're gonna kind of draw averages and figure out what we've got for each voting phase. So that was the first phase, Mbit way out in the front. Second phase, I decided I wanted to keep Mbit in there too, but we're gonna throw in the Vambat and the Snow Cub and take out some of the other ones that didn't do so well in the last one, and we were gonna try to figure out, once again, Mbit took the lead, like took off big time. So Mbit, whenever it's in the voting, it seems to win pretty easily and do pretty well against all of the other ones. So at this point, it's kind of like, let's take the Mbit off and some of these other ones. We'll keep some of the ones here. So we did a third phase of voting, trying to figure out the ones that were kind of getting close to each other, and amongst those ones, which ones were going to do the best. So when we take Mbit out, Vambat seemed to take over quite a bit over here. So Vambat definitely took off, did really well. It got 79% against the Snow Cub, the Dripple, and the Feevine, and the Eaglet. So these ones, the Dripple and the Feevine, still not doing very well. Snow Cub, it did okay in some of the votings, but it hadn't been doing very well. But it hadn't really gone up against the Vambit or the Eaglet, or the Mbit and the Vambit, because those ones are apparently, we can see right now those are kind of the top 2. So at this point, what we had after the third phase of voting, the Mbit was definitely way out in the front with the highest average. The Vambat had the second highest average, and then basically the Weevil and the Eaglet were tied for a third place position, and the Feevine, the Dripple, and the Snow Cub were all tied with a very, very low average at the lowest position. So here I went to the final phase of voting. We took out the Vambat and we took out the Mbit, which were the 2 clear winners by themselves, and we put the other ones, which sort of like had gone up against each other and sort of performed very similarly. There's averages between 10 and 15 basically for the percentages of the voting, so that really just actually was even adding those together. So those all sort of got the same. Now, what I saw interesting here is the Snow Cub. I did not expect this. Now, I wonder if this is a theory where maybe it was the first choice, but I don't know if that really was it, because the Vambat took off, but then the Mbit told us that it wasn't necessarily the first one in the voting, so I don't know, Snow Cub really took off. So this I found very interesting, because the Snow Cub didn't get too many mentions when I first made the video, kind of asking you guys which one I should go for, and then now it's taken off as the third place. So then this is kind of the list we've come up with. Number 1, the first place is the Mbit, of course. Second place is the Vambat. After the Vambat is the Snow Cub as the winner. After the Snow Cub, fourth place goes to the Eaglet. With fourth highest averages in the voting. The fifth place goes to the Weevil. So the Weevil overall out of these did better than the next 2. The sixth, the second to last, was the Feevine. The Feevine, I thought it was going to perform a little bit better, but it didn't. And then the last one with the lowest voting average is the Dripple. So the Dripple, that's the water type. We know that the Dripple's the water type, and we have not seen what its teased evolution looks like yet. So maybe that's another reason why we haven't seen that. But we know that a lot of people are going to be picking the Mbit. Like, it really did really, really well in the voting, so I think there's going to be a lot of people running around with the Mbit. It's a fire type. The first area might be like plant and grass. So, that's probably a good choice. Plant and grass doesn't usually do that well against, fire types, but, they do great against water types. So water types, you're basically just feeding the plants in the grass. So a dripple might have a hard time, but a dripple might be the most effective in versus mode when you're going into battles against the other people if they've basically got an embit and that's kind of their more powerful Loomian at that point. These other ones sort of in the middle, I've also thought maybe just going for one in the middle like the Snow Cub, Eaglet, or Weevolt, maybe even the Snow Cub, because I think that might do okay. And it looks like a pretty cool evolution, but then there's also the Eaglet. I also want to be able to get that fly move as well. So I think I'm going to go with I don't actually know, guys. I mean, the Eaglet looks really great. We've got I'm thinking the Snow Cub, the Dripple, or the Eaglet. I'm thinking those three. Don't really want to get the Feed Vine, and the Dripple just more strategic. Not really interested in the Van Bat myself, but he's probably going to have a fly move. He might be pretty cool too, but there's still going to be a lot of people running around with Van Bats. I don't know. I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to plan just to kind of make the game interesting for myself. I'm probably going to go with a Dripple. And I don't know, we're going to wait and see what his evolution tease looks like, and if it looks anyway decent, I'm going to go with the Dripple. If it looks really, really bad or something, then I'll probably just go with the Eaglet, because the Eaglet, it'll have the fly later on in the evolution, but it's kind of like mid-ground, I think, for the type that it is, so it could do okay in versus and probably still do okay in the game as well. So I think that's going to be the one that I go for, guys. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, which ones you're going to go for now that you've seen the results, and if you think the results are skewed, or if you think I should do another vote and see if it just ends up being the one on the top if I just rearrange the order. So what do you guys think? If you guys are new here, would love to have you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We're going to be doing a bunch of videos on Loomian Legacy when it comes out, so I'd love to battle you guys in these live streams, and it would be really cool to also give you some pets. I want to try to breed and give some good pets away as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will talk to you later.